with us.
Chief Williams.
He said it so cheerful there. It's Monday, huh?
Oh, it is Monday.
How was your weekend?
It was pretty good. No, I did a lot, but it was good. It was good.
It just goes, doesn't it?
Yes, it goes too fast. That's the only issue.
I just told him the week work seems one way and the weekend seems 30 seconds. I mean, I tell you, I just get started and gets done. But now, how did all the people in town affect Holly Hill this weekend? Did it affect us?
Not really at all. It affected me.
Okay. Because you live over that area or something?
Yeah.
Okay. I did not go to that area at all.
And I don't mind the music, and
it was cute. We could hear it at our house here in Holly Hill.
But because of the rain, I realized that it was delayed.
Yes, totally.
So
that's what I said yesterday.
It's like midnight last night, and I'm hearing all this music blasting. I'm like, oh my God, I can't hear.
Well,
I can't
we
sleep.
heard it yesterday morning, right?
Yeah.
And my husband's like, did they start that early? And I said, I thought we were really old. I said, no, because there was a really bad storm the other night. And so they had to evacuate. Could you imagine evacuating that first storm?
Oh yeah. I don't know how many people were there. I didn't get an update from
I haven't either. I heard
police,
a few 100,000.
But they're very, experienced with moving crowds and people and cars. So
they are.
They
but
handle the
either
job.
way you look at it, it still must be chaotic.
It's hectic for the normal driver on the roadway,
right?
But for the police department, they're
y'all do that for like I do radio. You do that.
Yeah.
And then I even hear there was hail in Port Orange.
Yeah, I saw that as well.
Was that crazy or what?
Some of our colleagues was affected by that, and torn pool decks and cars damaged.
See, because we had the vinyl rip on the pool down on our other property, and my husband said, "Oh, I better call it." And I said, "Maybe it was from the storm." And he looked at me like that was not possible, and I'm like, "It might be possible because my grandson had hail, but I don't know how bad it was at his house, But I was like, man,
I
it
saw
just
some
went
of the
right
pictures.
past Holly Hill.
Yeah, looked like some of it was like one inch hail piece.
Are you serious?
Wow. That's big ice falling down.
Yeah,
right? So.
That's like a golf ball hitting you in the head. So what's going on in our fine city?
Well, everything is going good. We definitely. Holly Hill is very lucky to bypass a lot of the major events that are occurring around us with little effect, but, we managed to handle some of the smaller things that comes into the city from the spillover, but nothing major at all.
Well, it's funny because my street it seems like I'm a cut through.
Yeah.
No, really, because like the baseball field opened up Thursday night. The National Day of Prayer was at the News Journal, and then that was the beginning of Rockville. Okay, so I feel like my little part of Holly Hill was very, very busy because my street doesn't get, well, it gets busy, but like, because my little motion thing was going off like unbelievable, and I thought, but it is because I'm close to Mason. See,
Absolutely.
you know what I'm saying? And I'm like real close where you can cut through if you know your way around. And so,
if you're familiar with the area, absolutely.
So how's our crime in Holly Hill?
Crime is doing pretty good. When I say pretty good, I mean it's low.
Y'all are having a great time in Holly Hill. Keeping us busy.
But the crime rate, we're looking at good numbers, low numbers. We did notice a small spike in our property crimes this month compared to last month. But outside of that, we are definitely moving all our officers in those particular locations that we see the increase in a lot of activity. And that's why I like to try to promote our residents to, when they see something, they need to report it.
Yes, and I'm getting better at that.
Yes, because I find myself where I told the Neighborhood Watch community on Thursday night last week that, it's like this. We operate off a CompStat model, which means we look at the different crimes that are occurring week by week, day by day. And we place dots on the map of where those crimes are occurring within our communities.
I would like to be in there seeing all this information. I love information.
So what our metaphor, our way of we seeing it is we like to put the cops on the dots.
Ah, the cops on the dots.
But if I don't have a dot to put a cop at because nobody reported that dot, then I can't really address the crime that we need to address in that area because I don't know about it.
And me as a person that lives here, I always feel like it's my thing matter. And I know you've told me, yes, it does, because it's all part of our city and anything matters. It's better to know than not to know. But I always think, you're so busy with the big stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I hate to burden, but then you need to tell, because like I said, even I've had to learn that from you. It's better to let you know than to be frustrated and say, well, nothing's happening. When, how would anything happen if I don't let you know?
Exactly. And I would like to remind the community of this. The little stuff that you don't want to bother us with can a lot of time turn into big stuff.
Yes.
That we have to deal with.
Yes.
But if we address it while it's small and minute, then we won't have an issue with it.
So it's better to be proactive.
Very proactive. We love proactivity.
Okay.
So yeah, we encourage the community. If you see it, report it. Don't just report it on social media. Just ask your neighbor, did this happen to you? But actually let us know about it. Even if you don't want to file a report, just let us know that this occurred in your area. And I don't want to file a report. I just want to let you know that.
And I love that you said that, because that is always another one of my things.
Yeah.
Oh, I only have a few minutes, and if I stop by there or I make a phone call in between radio shows or in between whatever I'm doing, I think the same thing. See, you're teaching us it's okay just to call.
Just to call. Or if you don't have time to call, go to our our website and email. Email us. I check the emails every day. Those emails from the website come directly to my
See, I didn't
my
know that
email.
either.
So I'm gonna automatically see those emails and send them out to wherever I need to send them to.
Look at you. I didn't know that about you.
Absolutely.
So I have a weird question. Like the other day, all over Ridgewood was like a person's life, and they were sitting there. Should that have been reported?
That you see someone laying down and you don't know if they may be deceased or not? Yeah, we get those calls all the time from people.
Okay, because I always think that's weird. Like, I want to pull over and make sure they're okay.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's good for a woman by herself to do that. And I'm not being weird, but you know what
As
I'm
being
saying?
a human being, I wouldn't, tell you not to.
Right.
Because you being a human being. But, in the times we live in, just let us know. And we'll send an officer to stop by to make sure that person is okay.
Okay.
We're not going to discard that call. We're not going to put it to the side. We're going to send an officer by there.
And that's not a weird reason to call.
No, that's not a weird reason at all. Trust me, I've seen some people where they look like they may have been deceased on the side of the road, but knowing what to look for, I know they're not deceased. But there have been some cases like that. We get them all the time from citizens. So that is nothing different and nothing new.
I guess I'm learning today about the importance of just calling, huh? Well,
absolutely.
And I think that our citizens need to realize that.
Absolutely.
So what else is going on?
But our crime is, everything is down, especially our violent crimes. Like I said, the property crimes up, so we're putting our resources in those areas to address those types of events. We are making sure the message get out to our community in our neighborhood watch meetings. We have our normal one on Thursday, the first Thursday of every month at the Sequel Hall, and also attend Holly Forest neighborhood watch when I get an opportunity as well.
Oh, I didn't know that.
To educate and give information like I'm doing today, also on the different things that are occurring and what they can do from crime prevention standpoints.
Okay, so what are our crime prevention standpoints that we need to be paying attention and doing besides the call?
What I would like to focus on this month, what I noticed is from we've had 3 car burglaries that I noticed compared to no car burglaries last month. So we are addressing those in those particular areas. But what I do want the community to know is just to make sure that you lock your cars. Criminals today, they are just looking for crimes of opportunity, which means the easiest thing they can do with the least resistance. In other words, the purse left in a shopping cart while you got your back turned shopping on the aisles, or you left your car unlocked and valuables sitting on the front seat, or bags in the back seat that are visible just from standing by the car. Those are what we call very much crimes of opportunity, an easy way to get fast cash from the criminal. So we want to make it harder. They don't like to have to burst a window or cause I would say people to look at them in the community as they're doing a crime. They
so
want to be
really,
as
that
quiet
is
as
the
possible.
difference, right?
Yeah.
Locking the door.
Locking the door.
The sad part is sometimes you think you click it. You know what I'm saying? You're walking in or you think you hit the button.
Yeah.
I know that I have a different car that I had forever and a day. And so my different car, you touch the button as you get out on the outside. Okay.
Gotcha.
I don't actually have a key. So back in the day, I always touched the key. You follow what I'm saying? And I have not got in the habit yet of hitting that.
Oh,
and
okay.
so just, I guess, recheck our lock.
Most of the cars, they have the horn with the key fob, and I always double tap my key fob.
Do you? Okay.
To make sure I hear the horn hunk on there, and that lets me know that it's locked.
Right.
So I encourage everyone to do that. Just take that one extra second. Just to make sure that car is locked. Make sure your valuables are put away, not just sitting out in the open. Also at the house as well, your home as well. Make sure you lock your doors, your windows. Don't have your valuables hanging out and things of that nature. If you have cameras, make sure the cameras are operating. Mm-hmm. I can't tell you how many times a crime has occurred, and law enforcement, we've gotten excited because we see the neighbors with cameras on their houses, and we go to inquire and review the cameras, and it does not work.
And make sure the batteries are good if it's like because I am battery patrol. Well, because mine actually tells me when the batteries go down. Mm-hmm. And I don't think anybody else in my family knows how to change a battery, I've decided, because it will go, and I get it, we're all busy. I am the crazy one that as soon as I get off work, if it says it, I'm like right home and doing it. Well, because I know that can make a difference for you.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. A huge difference for you.
Huge difference. And, we just want people to be aware of things like that. Another big thing, if you got firearms in your car, if you carry a firearm, this is open carry now. Mm-hmm. So a lot of more residents now are carrying firearms openly. But please, 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 when you exit your car, take your firearm with you.
And we all know that happened to me. It's okay. And I don't mind. No, and we do.
It can happen to all of us.
But,
in a sense.
A weird thing happened to me. I used to do that, and I was wrong. Okay, I'm going to say it. But I thought I was being better because of having smaller grandchildren at that time. So I thought I was being better at it. Okay, and I had it concealed in my car. My car, I clicked the thing, and somehow it did not lock.
Okay.
Okay, literally. Like the one time in my lifetime, it didn't lock in my old car. And that is the night.
Wow.
And my gun was taken. And, that alone, what that does to you as a human being.
Yeah.
It not only violated me as a person, but it violated me as I hope nobody gets hurt because of my weapon. So I don't mind sharing that.
That's the most serious part about that.
Yes.
When that firearm is taken now, it's a greater, response from us because we don't want that firearm to be floating around on the street to end up hurting or tragically taking someone's life.
Yeah. And as the person that owned it, boy, now I did get mine back several years later,
yes,
and I am thankful for that. I am thankful that it was not used in a violent crime, but I'm also thankful that I had the serial numbers to give you.
Yes.
So right there, this is good education. Recheck your doors, take it out of the car, and make sure you have the information about it.
Documentation,
because,
absolutely.
When that happened, I didn't even think about that. Thank God that the police officer that came was very kind and nice to me and didn't make me feel stupid. I mean, because I was already kicking myself.
You already at a certain point in your life. You've been violated.
Right.
So,
and
we're not trying to make you feel worse.
Right. No, and you were. And he was so kind. And then he goes, do you know what kind it was? And, and at that moment, I sure didn't, just because at that moment I couldn't think. But, where I bought it was a legit place.
Yes.
So I was able to go to the legit place and get all the information, get it to you guys, and everything worked out. But that is a really important statement right there about.
And one of the last things I would like to add to that when we're talking about safety and prevention is if you see something suspicious, just report it. No matter how minute you may think it is, or it may not be important at all, if it raises your flags in your personal, protection mode, just call us and let us know about it.
Well, yeah, especially now with like human trafficking, there's that code that you can put out there.
Yes.
And there's signs of kids that are getting whatever, and you could save somebody's life just from seeing something weird in one of our stores or whatever, or on the roads or whatever. And I've learned a lot since me and you have been doing this about the importance of just letting you know.
Yeah,
absolutely. We're not a nuisance, are we?
No, you're not a nuisance at all. I encourage, our residents to call us. It used to be a little bit frustrating for me because I didn't get the calls, and I would go to social media to find out what's going on in my community.
Right.
We encourage the neighbor. Just please call us and let us know what's going on.
And about safety and guns, you have a really cool program right now that I did not get to attend because we had to change the day. And we have another one coming up, right?
We have another one coming up. I believe it's the 23rd.
That's what I thought, too.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I was going to get to that with our program, but since we're there, this firearm training initiative training class that we have brought to the city of Holly Hill It was through a federal grant that we responded to, and we were successful at obtaining it. And it is a opportunity to host firearm education to the community. We see a lot of reports and calls for service, not necessarily in Holly Hill, but just in general, of accidental shootings, people cleaning their weapons or storing their weapons, and sometimes tragic endings where young juveniles or children found the gun and playing with it in the house, end up shooting, going off accidentally. So we want to try to help the community in a way where we educate them on how to handle, how to store their firearms safely. Now, we have some that are very well versed in how they handle the firearms, but we do have a lot of people in the community who have firearms that have not sought the education on how to handle them and store them. And this is the opportunity we want to try to give to the community for those that may wish to.
I can't wait to attend. I mean, it's such a wonderful thing that you're doing. I think it's crazy that we don't know.
Yes.
But you know what? It's also that when we learned, and then maybe a couple years have gone by or whatever, we need to be refreshed too.
Absolutely.
So if you've already learned, come get refreshed.
Absolutely.
And how do we what do we need to do? Go to the Facebook website? What do we need to do?
You can go to our Facebook page where we have the flyer, or you can come to City Hall. We have flyers available as well. You have to RSVP. It is limited slots. There's only 6 slots available per class, and that is for safety reason. We have 2 firearm instructors, and the ratio is 3 residents per instructor.
That's wonderful.
Yes, for range safety, everybody's safety. So we only have 6 seats available, but in that 6 seats, it's a 4-hour class where half the class is focused on education in the classroom, and the other half of the class is focused on practical actual handling of the firearms. Firing the firearms, we give you up to 100 to 200 rounds of ammunition to shoot, and our instructors, who are very qualified and very good at what they do, try to make you feel very comfortable with shooting those firearms.
I saw the pictures and I thought, how awesome is that? I mean, I was like, man, I had missed that one. And I thought, that is just really neat. You're almost like getting a private guy or woman to help you.
Absolutely. And we've been getting great feedback from the participants of this program. We have 2 more left for this grant cycle, but I do plan to keep this program going. Even throughout the year, and when the grant opens up again, I will be applying again.
So it's that important to you?
It's that important to me, and plus the community and the demands that I keep hearing from people that want to be a part of it. The demands are there, so I want to make sure I keep the program going.
Do you think the demands are more because we're open carry?
I think that probably has something to do with it as well. Yeah. But we even had one of our commissioners go through the program, and she actually absolutely loved it, and would encourage anybody to be a part of that.
That is really neat. I'm glad to hear that our little city's doing all this fun stuff. What else are we doing? So
since we're talking about those type of community engagement activities, we have our monthly SADE classes that we put on for our ladies. So please, if you feel that you want to get a little bit more self-defense wise, get in self-defense modes, learn the different types of techniques that you can protect yourself with. We encourage you to come out to the class, sign up with our victim advocate, who is the coordinator of the program, Daisy. Her name is Daisy.
Make a ladies' night of it. Bring your friends. I did it with a group of women.
Yes.
And very good learning. And I tell you, what you can do with your leg that you don't realize you can do is amazing.
Yes, absolutely.
Or where you can punch. No, really, like
where you can punch and leg sweeps.
I know.
And things
the
of that
leg
nature.
sweep thing was like so cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
I never thought that somebody my size could take out somebody else.
The little things like that can possibly save your life if you ever get into that position where you got to defend yourself.
Yep.
So we encourage the ladies to come out. But our victim advocate, Daisy Alejandro, she is there to give her a call, and she can set you up with the class. She's also the contact for our firearm safety class as well. But between that, Sadie, we also have our neighborhood watch meetings, like I said earlier, occurs the first of the month every Thursday. And we're starting to get more of a larger crowd, so that's a good thing. We've been encouraging our residents to, bring a friend, bring a neighbor out to these
we have very interesting
meetings.
Guests.
Yes, we're starting to change our presentations to not just be myself or whatnot, but we bring in different speakers.
Not that you weren't interesting, just so we can clarify that.
But I'm bringing in people that have topics that are very, close to people's heart. And we had code enforcement last week. The past 2 prior months, we've been speaking on domestic violence and shelter. So these are very important things in our community that we think the residents should know about and hear about.
And bring you information that you don't even realize is important. I mean, I went to that meeting the other day, and there was a code enforcement guy there, and I was like, I didn't even know that was like a thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we all think, oh, they're just letting that property be abandoned. We get our little attitude. That's not what's happening.
No.
There's A, B, D, and Z, that are going on, and they know about it, and they're working on it.
All you see is just the dilapidated
Yep.
property, day in and day out, but you have no idea what's going on in the background.
Right.
All the red tape that you have to get through processes.
Right. And that's what I love, that you guys are bringing more people into our city, or bringing our people to tell us what's going on.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we're enjoying that. We also planning for our next movie with a cop. We're hoping we can put that together maybe by September of this year, but that the coordination is going into planning is going into that right now, so we can plan that upcoming. And when that information is available, we're going to be putting that out on our websites and things like that. So
the best thing to go is the website or your Facebook page.
Facebook page is Facebook and website. I'll say it like that. Facebook and website will be the best 2 locations to look for the information that we're hosting.
Are we full with police officers in the city?
Our staffing right now is just about there. We're looking to be full staff by June.
Oh, right around
obviously,
the corner.
we're still waiting on the state of Florida to determine as far as budgeting wise for the next budget year, fiscal year. We're waiting on to see what the outcome of their property taxes is going to be with the decision from our legislature, which is definitely going to affect all the cities around when it comes to budgeting. We may have to lose a position here, and that we're going to see how that works out.
You'll work it out.
Even though they said it's not going to affect first responders and whatnot, we'll see how that's going to work out. But however it happens, we're going to continue to maintain the services that we're providing. So
I appreciate
change.
seeing them out and about and different things. I get excited actually when I pull out and I see one sitting in a parking lot and watching the flow of traffic early in the morning.
Yeah.
I just put my hand out and pray for them because it is a great thing to see out and about.
Yeah. It is. I mean, it gives you that assurance.
It totally does.
Yeah.
Totally does. I mean, people laugh at me when I say that. I said, no, if you have a problem with seeing a police officer out and about, you're doing something you shouldn't be doing.
Absolutely.
You should be praying for them and thanking them that they're out and about.
Some people don't like, seeing the police around, but, I get it in a way. You're just not comfortable with police around. You had a bad experience, or a family member has had a bad experience
but that's
before.
why you should go to one of these things, like when you guys have Slurpees with the cops, or go to the movies.
National Night Out.
Right,
Yeah.
you're going to get to meet on a normal basis and introduce each other and say hey and see that it's okay.
Absolutely, and that's what it's all about, interacting. My thing is to make sure that we are professional. We are held accountable. We're transparent. I want to humanize the badge as much as possible, and the only way I can do that is by having my officers engage with the community as much as possible. Even when there is no specific event, I have authorized them to engage with the community. You see kids playing on the courts, get out of your car and go have fun with them.
And weren't you just at Holly Hill Elementary doing something?
Absolutely. Holly Hill Elementary, I love going there reading to the kids.
Isn't that
things.
special?
It absolutely is. And then be out and about, and a kid run up to you and say, I remember you from my school. You read to my class.
Right. That makes it human.
That interaction, it means the world, and it can go a long way when that child's developing and growing up, because they're going to remember that positive experience, not just a negative experience that a cop leaves when they have to do their job.
Or an elder told them that, a parent or an older person.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yes, that is sad, but that's what happens.
That
when
is
we
exactly
speak
what
negative about you, we don't know those little ears, so we think they're not really listening, but that makes their decision before it's even a decision to make.
Absolutely, absolutely. So that's where we're with our community engagement efforts. Our traffic enforcement, we are continuing to look at ways to enforce traffic. We are still working on our traffic homicides, deaths that occurred over the early part of this year. Those cases are still being investigated, and we're looking to have some conclusion to them coming soon. But in the effort to prevent those from happening in the future, we're stepping up our enforcement efforts. We've been doing so since the beginning of the year.
And you have that blinking sign that tells us.
Got the blinking sign that's making people aware. I've enlisted for some more grants to get some more traffic enforcement signage that basically educates you on how fast you're going, but also let us know how many vehicles are passing through our city day in and day out.
Right, it's a twofold.
It's a twofold way that we can address and look at the different traffic concerns. We're starting to do more operations. I still have my operation every month that we do. This month we're focused in the area of Ridgewood Avenue. And we made over 100 traffic, I think it was 139 traffic stops, and we wrote approximately 134 traffic stops with 39 citations and 95 warnings.
Wow.
So we were definitely trying to be a little bit more aggressive, but at the same time, we're just doing a lot of educating as well. We're not trying to hammer our community. Here's a ticket. Go pay this $150 or $264. Just in case, just a tidbit. If you run a red light, it's $264 for your citation.
Okay, good question about red light. Glad you brought that up. At what? Okay, I know a red light's a red light.
Yes.
Okay, but sometimes you're like at that point where do you slam on your brakes and get rear-ended? Or can you continue through? Do you follow? Do you understand my question?
Yes, but let me give you a simple solution to that. Yellow light means don't speed up. Yellow light means slow down.
Totally.
So you don't have to slam on brakes when it comes red.
I guess my question, okay, yes, I get your point. I guess because like if you're in a bigger vehicle, truck and trailer or a semi, I have seen, and so that's why I guess my question is how does that, would they have got a ticket if it's yellow and they're in a movement
If someone rear ends you, I can give you a basic statutory explanation.
Okay.
If you're rear-ended, then that means the person behind you was following too closely.
Okay, that's a good answer.
Which means the answer to that is you shouldn't be following that close in the first place.
Okay, that's a good answer.
The rules of when we first went and got our license, it was a certain distance that we maintained from one car to another.
I like that answer.
So that's what we should be abiding by. I know that because I'm currently training my daughter so she can get her license. So
I feel so sorry for her. We're going to be praying for you, honey.
Good. She's doing good so far.
No, but because her dad is the chief of police. Okay.
Okay, I get it.
Okay, what about right here at Flomish? This is a very confusing intersection.
Okay.
When you are coming up Flomish, if you're at the light, and it starts blinking yellow to turn left, but it's still red, I am totally confused.
Well, the yellow is just using caution as you turn.
Right, but can I turn?
Yes,
because it hasn't been green yet.
The yellow light, still says use caution when you're turning. The opposing lane should be at a red light.
Yes, but that makes me so nervous. No, because I've got like honked at because it wasn't green and then went yellow. Do you follow what
Correct.
I'm saying? So to me, it should have been green. Then it went yellow. That it's getting close to change.
And your question is not the first time we received that.
Good
from
answer.
the police.
Good answer.
So we have reached out, and this is basically kind of geared toward from after the actual traffic homicide happened there.
Yes.
A couple months back. So we've been reaching out to FDOT to see if we can do some type of analysis on other traffic lights at those type of intersections.
Okay, because that was
to
very
see if
confusing.
this is an isolated incident where this light is only doing it versus the other lights.
I think it is actually because that's the only time I've ever came across a light like that.
Really?
Yes, and I'm on the road all the time.
I'm so used to seeing the different lights.
Right, well, I'm sure. Right, totally. For you, I can understand that. But the roads that I travel, that is like the only one, and I am always so confused. So I am always getting yelled at and fingers at me and all the different things that people are doing because from the book of learning back in the day, if it was green and that happened, it's getting ready to turn red on me. So, but... And you always say it, caution, I should be slowing down. Do you follow what I'm saying? So to me, I can't turn.
I would say when it's caution, if you're already past the stop bar and into the intersection and negotiating the turn, then that's when you utilize the safety of making the turn.
Right.
But if you at the end of the day, if you don't feel comfortable turning, don't turn.
And I don't, but because I'm sitting there at the light, and all of a sudden I'm at the red light. It's all red, and then all of a sudden it turns to a yellow arrow, and I'm like, but it's red. I don't want to turn because that doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, it should be going through a cycle, so that's something we'll be looking at.
Okay.
We've reached out to FDOT, and
I feel better somebody else has told you.
because that is a state roadway, Ridgewood Avenue, Mason Avenue, and Nova Road. So we have reached out for clarification and make sure that is not something that needs to be addressed, or is that normal for that light to blink like
Well,
that?
I'm glad that somebody else has asked you too, because I really, that was
Yes,
weird.
yours is not the first question like that, so.
But those are important things that we learn, isn't it? Important things that you guys know about and how we can help each other, right?
Absolutely. And don't let anybody behind you force
Intimidate you.
Yeah, intimidate you or force you to do something you're not comfortable doing. I told my son that when he first started driving. I said, if someone will honk, ignore him.
I mean, I was letting them yell at
Ignore 'em all
me
day
and
long,
doing
yeah.
all the things they wanted to do because I thought, I'm not going to turn and get hit or get a ticket.
Exactly. 'Cause what's going to happen when you get hit? Guess what? They're going to keep going.
Yep. Hello, that's what I'm thinking too. Yep.
I've seen it so many times. They've tried to get me to pull out, and I'm like, no,
Right.
you don't see what I'm seeing. I'm not pulling
Right.
out because you're stopped.
See, I feel the same way
What
you
about
do.
the other lane that's flying through here? I'm not going
Right.
to get hit for you. Thank you for letting me come out, but no, thank you.
Right.
I'll wait.
Oh, good.
You know?
I do the same thing. So,
But our traffic enforcement, we are going along. We are pushing forward with that. This month alone, we've had a total of 2,600 calls for service. Out of those 26, basically that is a decrease from last month. We've had 307 incidents reported. That's a increase of 184 from last month. And our citations, we had 164 tickets issued and 179 warnings issued this month. Which is a decrease from our previous last month. We were doing a lot more traffic last month than we did this month. We still were effective, and that's based off the accidents, the lower accidents this month, 32 versus 40 last month. 3 DUI arrests this month, so we're doing a lot of DUI enforcements. We are in the process. We have secured 2 in what we call intoxicology machines. These are where you go
That's
get
a big
tested
word.
at. And that's how we test your breath alcohol level.
Okay.
It's through these machines. So Holly Hill has acquired 2 of those. So we'll be able to run our own tests.
So you mean you don't do the little stand on your toe?
That's
like
only
they
a
see on
part.
TV?
Yeah, that's only a part of the investigation.
Okay.
That's the part where we basically it shows us that you are intoxicated with something.
Okay.
Now the next part of that, we need to get the scientific proof.
Okay.
Which comes through the intoxicology
As you can
machine.
tell, I've never had that done
Yes.
because I don't know what that means.
So typically what we currently do now, we have to go out to other agencies who may have the machine and hope that they have someone on staff that can administer these machines.
Oh, so
the
it's a
testing.
big thing for Holly Hill
Yes,
to have
it's a
our
big
own.
thing to have our own.
Well,
And that's what I'm
congratulations.
trying to incorporate a lot of things that we can do ourselves instead of relying on a lot of other cities to do for us.
I think that's because you've been in a bigger city, right?
That definitely helps. I kind of know my way around a
Yeah.
little bit more.
So we appreciate your knowledge.
And some people may ask, well, how is Holly Hill paying for all this? Well, Holly Hill is not. We're securing a lot of grants. When I first got here, before I got here, we only had 3 grants total to our name. And one of those was the Victim Advocate Grant, which is a domestic violence grant. Currently, we have almost 10 grants now that we are been applying for.
Wow, that's wonderful.
And secured. So this
They're
is
out there. Why aren't we utilizing them?
Yes, exactly. And I had to learn how. I had a very huge learning curve, but I've learned a lot about the grant cycles now, so we know how to go out and search and find what we need to get the equipment and
Well,
and training that we
congratulations on
need.
that.
So,
That is wonderful.
so that's how we're maintaining and getting a lot of the things that we're getting is through these grant opportunities that are presenting themselves to us. So.
Well, I appreciate all that you're doing in our city and keep it up. I mean,
Absolutely.
I love getting educated. I love finding out about stuff. So